días, ¿cómo estás? Espero que estés muy bien. Hope you're very well today and ready for lesson 71 of Coffee Break Spanish. In lessons 71 to 80, we're going to be presenting a sort of soap opera featuring two people, Andrew, who is an English student in Spain, and Maria Jose, his Spanish friend. Over the course of the lessons, you'll listen to the story and get to know the characters, but you'll also be reviewing lots of the language that we've covered in the course of this series. I hope you enjoy this lesson of Coffee Break Spanish. So we're going to be listening to a dialogue here, and this is going to be between Maria Jose and Andrew, two people meeting each other in Spain. Now, obviously, Andrew no es español. You'll find out where he's from in the dialogue. But Maria Jose es española. So let's listen to the dialogue. But just before we do, I'd like you to listen out for two things, Cara, in this dialogue. First of all, I'd like you to tell me afterwards if Maria Jose has visited England before. And secondly, who does she live with in Spain? Hola, soy Andrew. ¿Cómo te llamas?
Buenos días, me llamo María José.
Mucho gusto.
Encantada.
¿Qué tal hoy?
Estoy bien, no me puedo quejar. ¿Y tú, Andrew, qué tal hoy?
Estoy fenomenal hoy.
Muy bien.
Dime, ¿de dónde eres?
Soy de Granada. Es una ciudad en el sur de España. ¿Dónde vives tú?
Yo vivo en Preston. Está situada en el noroeste de Inglaterra. ¿Ya has visitado Inglaterra?
Sí, he visitado Inglaterra algunas veces. Me gusta mucho, pero no he visitado Preston.
¿Vives con tu familia?
Sí, vivo con mis padres y mi hermana menor. Tengo otra hermana mayor, pero ella vive con su marido.
Muy bien. ¿Cuántos años tienes?
Tengo 24 años. ¿Y tú?
Yo tengo 28.
¿Estás aquí de vacaciones?
Bueno, estoy aquí para aprender español. Estudio en la escuela de idiomas.
Ya hablas bien.
Gracias. Bueno, me tengo que ir. Gracias por charlar conmigo.
De nada. Hasta la próxima.
Hasta luego. So that was Maria Jose and Andrew bumping into each other somewhere and starting off a conversation. Cara, I asked you before we started, had Maria Jose visited England before? What was the answer to that question?
She said, yes, she has visited England a few times.
Yeah, she said, algunas veces. He visitado Inglaterra algunas veces. Algunas veces. That means sometimes, a few times. Okay? She could have said, I visited England lots of times before. How would she have said that?
Muchas veces.
Exactly. He visitado Inglaterra muchas veces. Try and think how you would say, I have visited the United States many times.
He visitado los Estados Unidos muchas veces.
Muy bien. He visitado los Estados Unidos muchas veces. Okay, the second question I asked you was, who does Maria Jose live with? Can you tell me who she lives with?
She lives with her parents and her younger sister.
That's it. She said, vivo con mis padres y mi hermana menor. And she also said something else. She said, tengo otra hermana mayor, pero ella vive con su marido. Cara, what does that mean?
It means that she has another sister who's older who lives with her husband.
Yes, she's married, obviously, and she lives with her husband. And the use of ella there stresses the fact that Maria Jose is talking about her sister. Tengo otra hermana. I have another sister, or tengo otra hermana mayor, pero ella, but she lives with her husband. Ella vive con su marido.
Vivo con mis padres y mi hermana menor. Tengo otra hermana mayor, pero ella vive con su marido.
Okay, now there were a few points in this conversation that I'd like to pick up on. The first of these was when Andrew asked Maria Jose, ¿qué tal? And she said, estoy bien, no me puedo quejar. Try saying that. No me puedo quejar.
No me puedo quejar.
Now, way back in lesson 1, this was part of the bonus material. No me puedo quejar. It means, literally, well, let's see if we can work out what it means. Puedo comes from the verb,
Poder.
which means,
To be able to. Or
okay, yeah,
to say like I can.
I can, yeah. Puedo, I can. So, no puedo,
I can't.
yeah. And quejarse, a reflexive verb, quejarse means to complain. So putting this into the construction, you make the se of the infinitive into a me, because you're talking about me, I can't complain, and you make it no me puedo quejar.
No me puedo quejar.
No me puedo quejar.
No me puedo quejar.
Muy bien. It's a nice way to say, I can't complain, things are going quite well. Now, Andrew and María José go on to talk about where they're from. María José es de Granada, una ciudad en el sur de España. It's in the south of Spain. And Andrew said that he is from Preston. Está situada en el noroeste de Inglaterra. So what does that mean exactly?
That Preston is situated in the northwest of England.
That's right. Noroeste is the northwest. Noreste is northeast. Can you guess what southwest would be?
Sureste?
Southwest.
Suroeste?
Suroeste. It's O-E-S-T-E. Suroeste. And the southeast then?
Sureste.
Sureste. It's quite tricky to hear the difference. Suroeste, sureste. Okay, so southeast, sureste, suroeste, southwest. And northeast, noreste, northwest, noroeste. Let's try repeating all those. Noroeste.
Noroeste.
That's northwest. Noreste.
Noreste.
Northeast. Sureste.
Sureste.
Southeast. And suroeste.
Suroeste.
Muy bien. Now, let's think back to this. Está situada. We're talking about Preston, la ciudad de Preston, the city of Preston. Está situada. Situada literally means situated. Now, if we were talking about un pueblo, mi pueblo, my village, is situated in the southeast of Scotland. How would you say that?
Mi pueblo está situada.
Now, are you sure it's situada?
Situado?
Yes, situado. Try saying the t sound. Situado.
Situado.
Yeah, it's less of a situated, like we say in English, situated. So it's situado.
Situado.
Mi pueblo está situado, and I think I said in the southeast of Scotland.
Mi pueblo está situado en el sureste de Escocia.
Muy bien. Mi pueblo está situado en el sureste de Escocia. And notice with things like de Escocia, it runs together. De Escocia.
De Escocia.
Yeah, it's still written as two words, de Escocia, but it does run together when you're pronouncing it. Mi pueblo está situado en el sureste de Escocia.
Mi pueblo está situado en el sureste de Escocia.
Perfecto. Okay, when Andrew asked María José, have you ever been to England? He used the construction, the translation of which would be, already have you visited England? Can you remember what that was from the conversation, Cara? Or indeed, if you can't remember, try and translate that literally. Already have you visited England?
¿Ya has visitado Inglaterra?
That's it. Ya, using that little word, ya, meaning already. ¿Ya has visitado Inglaterra?
¿Ya has visitado Inglaterra?
Now, which tense is that?
The perfect tense.
It's the perfect tense, a part of haber plus the past participle. So, I have visited.
He visitado.
He visitado. You have visited, using the to form.
Has visitado.
Uh-huh. He, she, or it has visited.
Ha visitado.
We have visited.
Hemos visitado.
Yeah. You all, plural form using Spain, vosotros form, have visited.
Habéis visitado.
Habéis visitado, muy bien. And they have visited.
Han visitado.
Exactly. How would you say then, using the ustedes form, this is the formal plural form, have you already visited Spain?
Ya han visitado España.
That's it. Ya han visitado España. And it's the han form there, which is the ustedes form. You could also say, ustedes ya han visitado España, using the word ustedes también. Do you remember when María José said, I have another sister? She said, tengo otra hermana.
Tengo otra hermana.
Now, in English, we say, I have another sister, using the word another, a word that is one word, even though it's like an other. In Spanish, you just say, I have other sister, because otra or otro means another. Okay, you don't need to include an indefinite article there. So I have another sister, tengo otra hermana.
Tengo otra hermana.
How would you say, I have another brother?
Tengo otro hermano.
Tengo otro hermano. What about, I have another idea?
Tengo otra idea.
Tengo otra idea. That's it. So otra, otro, used for another. Now, Andrew is currently in Spain, as we know. And why is Andrew in Spain? He said, para aprender español.
To learn Spanish.
Yeah, and why is it para?
Because it's in order to learn.
Exactly, it's the purpose of him being there. So, estoy aquí para aprender español. And he actually specified where he's learning Spanish. He said, estudio en la escuela de idiomas.
In the language school?
Yeah, las escuelas de idiomas are very common in Spanish-speaking countries. Language schools that aren't necessarily linked to a particular school. They're private language schools normally. And the word idioma, el idioma, is one word for a language. There's another word for a language as well, and it's la lengua. Many times these are interchangeable. When you're talking about a language school, it's more likely that you would be using the word idioma. Una escuela de idiomas.
Una escuela de idiomas.
And when María José finds out that Andrew's at the language school, she says,
Ya hablas bien.
so that's that little ya word again, meaning...
Already?
So what would ya hablas bien mean?
You already speak well?
Exactly. Ya hablas bien. And that's hopefully something that people will say to you when you're speaking in Spanish to them. Ya hablas bien. Now, when Andrew has to go, he says, me tengo que ir. And this is quite a complicated phrase because it uses ir, which means...
To go?
Yeah, but it's used in a reflexive form. So the word irse means to go away. Okay, irse, used reflexively, means to go away. So when you hear someone saying, me voy means I'm off, I'm going. Me voy.
Me voy.
And if you say, for example, me voy al mercado, me voy al mercado, it means I'm away off to the market. Me voy al cine, I'm going off to the cinema, I've had enough here. It's this idea of going away from here. If you just say, voy al cine, it means I'm going to the cinema. Whereas me voy al cine kind of means I'm out of here, I'm off to the cinema. So, coming back to irse, if you say, I have to get out of here, I have to go, then you're going to have to take the se of irse and change it to the me form, and then it goes in front of the tengo que. So, me tengo que ir.
Me tengo que ir.
And that's how you would say, I have to go. Me tengo que ir.
Me tengo que ir.
You could also say, tengo que irme.
Tengo que irme.
Just as an alternative, but probably me tengo que ir is more natural. Me tengo que ir.
Me tengo que ir.
Okay, what we're going to do now is listen to the conversation again, this time more at a sort of natural speaking speed. See how much you can pick out this time, and of course the full transcript is available in the lesson guide for this week's lesson. Let's have a listen. Hola, soy Andrew. ¿Cómo te llamas?
Buenos días, me llamo María José.
Mucho gusto.
Encantada.
¿Qué tal hoy?
Estoy bien, no me puedo quejar. ¿Y tú, Andrew, qué tal hoy?
Estoy fenomenal hoy.
Muy bien.
Dime, ¿de dónde eres?
Soy de Granada. Es una ciudad en el sur de España. ¿Dónde vives tú?
Yo vivo en Preston. Está situada en el noroeste de Inglaterra. ¿Ya has visitado Inglaterra?
Sí, he visitado Inglaterra algunas veces. Me gusta mucho, pero no he visitado Preston.
¿Vives con tu familia?
Sí, vivo con mis padres y mi hermana menor. Tengo otra hermana mayor, pero ella vive con su marido.
Muy bien. ¿Cuántos años tienes?
Tengo 24 años. ¿Y tú?
Yo tengo 28.
¿Estás aquí de vacaciones?
Bueno, estoy aquí para aprender español. Estudio en la escuela de idiomas.
Ya hablas bien.
Gracias. Bueno, me tengo que ir. Gracias por charlar conmigo.
De nada. Hasta la próxima.
Hasta luego. And that's where we're going to leave it today for this edition of Coffee Break Spanish. Thanks for joining us, and we hope it's been useful. You can join the Coffee Break Spanish community on Facebook at facebook.com/coffeebreakspanish and follow @LearnSpanish on Twitter. Muchas gracias y hasta pronto.
Coffee Break Español.
This is a production of the Radiolingua Network. Find out more at radiolingua.com.